I've spoken to many people over the years, like myself, who say, yes, it was a very amazing time to grow up. Watching the Beatles unfold in real time was an extraordinary experience. I wouldn't trade it for anything. It made me the person who I am today. So many fans have said that, and of course that's part of what I wanted to capture in Beatleness. But when I was trying to come up with a way of describing this phenomenon that our generation experienced, it occurred to me that there are other events that people go through, like a large population goes through, but that leaves a mark on them, that it comes to define who you are, and people who went through it, even if they're strangers, they have that in common. In other words, that they lived through this thing. But all those things that are usually talked about in this way by historians or sociologists, they're always bad things. So it's an earthquake, it's a tornado, it's 9/11, it's the Depression, it's the Holocaust. I mean, horrible things that happen to people that touch them in some way that changes them forever. But so imagine, if you will, an event that hits a population that is positive, that's a good thing, that brings joy rather than misery, trauma, and negative feelings and despair. That's what the Beatles were. The experience of growing up with the Beatles, having that joy, I mean, that's the Beatle word, that's what fans use. The word that they use over and over again is joy, and the other word is cool. But talking about the joy for a minute, joy, brought me joy, consistently, reliably, for 6 years, okay? And not only the music itself, but it allowed you to connect with other people, your friends, your siblings, your cousins, strangers. I mean, even now, today, like, people meet each other. If you know somebody's a really big Beatle fan, and you're a big Beatle fan, that's it. You're off to the races. You could talk for hours. I know this because when I was interviewing fans, I couldn't get off the phone in some cases because people just wanted to keep sharing their story. So again, it's the positive end of the spectrum of emotion. It's not a horrible thing like the events I was talking about before, but it has that same kind of resonance, but it's a joyful thing. So that's what I mean by joyful trauma. Because there was this phenomenon was so unusual that you kind of do have to make up new language to describe it.